Good evening. I am the narrator, and welcome to my parlor. Tonight's story is Maternity. I laid on the dirt, gazing at the sky. My shack was so frail, building it was pointless. It yielded to the elements, though had yet to at last collapse. And yet it was not my problem. I could not recall when I arrived. I had been here long as I could. I could not even recall my life before. I knew I built the shack with the flimsiest skills and materials. It was pointless, but no more so than any other endeavor in my past. The land was endless, dry and barren. There grew but large and gnarled trees. Its surface was coarse and uneven, giving way to random hills, crests, and valleys, their shapes and outlines near organic. Above was a blood-red sky, no sun, moon, or stars. Time, like space, was endless. There were no days or nights, no weeks, months, or years. The weather and atmosphere did not vary. There were no seasons, only permanent humidity. My clothes, frayed and humble, accommodated this at least. Sustenance was scant. I ate the nuts growing on the trees, bitter, acidic blobs with coarse, hardened shells. I drank from a black pool bubbling outside my shack. I dipped the nuts therein. They softened not. Their nutritional content was negligible. Thus my chief concern. I had inured. Indeed, should I have survived, I would have been better equipped for the outdoors. While I had a theory on how to achieve this, there was one minor roadblock. Something was in me, something not native to me, something not of me, but present nonetheless. I had acquired it early. When I first woke here, I was shocked. I wandered in all directions. Having been lost for hours, my throat was parched, my limbs fatigued. I heard a sound, gazed askance, and saw a figure in the distance. Again, I was shocked. So far, I'd seen nothing mobile. Was it friend or foe? Its form said the latter. It drew forth and showed itself. It was like a snail, a limbless trunk, rolling on its stomach, black, with 3 eye stalks on its head. Our eyes locked, and it bolted forth with surprising speed. I did likewise and failed. It matched me effortlessly. Wearily I fell forth, face buried in the earth. I heard a slipping sound behind me, and felt moisture on my back. 2 limbs plunged therein. They did not hurt per se, but I felt strange. I twitched as fluid flowed in my back. Then the organs retracted. I felt its weight leave me and heard it roll off, then labored to raise my head. When I at last succeeded, I turned and stared behind me. It was long gone, leaving a round depression. By then, my strength had returned. I stood and trudged, not knowing what would follow. I soon would. As I tread, I felt movements in my stomach, intense as the air on my skin and the stones at my feet. They slid to my back and in time ceased. More than once I dropped to my knees and clutched my stomach, groaning faintly. In time I collapsed and reawoke. I hoped to see home, but was disappointed. The place was real, including the thing inside me. I saw then I needed shelter, though should have before. If only I'd more energy. If only I'd more health. I pulled branches from trees. To my surprise they yielded, revealing a rubbery consistency. I collected what seemed enough, then trudged off and began assembly. As I worked, I scanned for signs of my assailant. It must have had other engagements. I'd never built a thing and knew nothing of the wood. I knew the results of standard. Still, it sufficed. I trudged in and fell on the dirt. The movements resumed below my chest. Protuberances poked forth from my stomach. I gazed wide-eyed. Something was trying to burst forth, but didn't. It ceased abruptly. Doubt and unease set in. Thus began phase 2. I soon found the brook. Though relieved to find sustenance, I had hoped for something better. I struggled to eat. Luckily, my stomach was soon sated. Luckier still, I would not have to eat again for the foreseeable future, until I realized I was dining for 2. My own appetite had died. Eating was but necessity. My tenant, however, was ravenous, and as his landlord, I obliged. Each day my intestine throbbed. I heaved to my feet and ate. It swelled in size and strength. I, by contrast, was a skeleton, midsection swollen. I did not take this laying down, though often was. I fought its demands. I starved it, hoping it would shrivel and die inside me. How I would then remove it, I knew not. I rammed my stomach against the trees, all to no avail. It was undeterred. Perhaps a fitter man would have succeeded. In time, my mindset changed. I had longed to be a father, but failed as all my romances failed. The one never availed if she ever even existed. I accepted my surname would die with me and moved on, now my hope restored. Maybe my mind was decaying, but I came to see it a blessing. My behavior changed. I was now an eager, expectant mother. I embraced my fading strength, the cost of fertility. Entranced, I caressed my abdomen, cooed into it sweet nothings. It purred in response. I recalled the slug with gratitude. At last it came. It had grown to a size I could no longer carry and ceased its demands for sustenance. Excitement coursed through me. Unable to move, I lay on my back and rested my palms on my stomach, giggling as it squirmed. It did so in growing intensity. My stomach shook and throbbed like jello. Then a jolt. My stomach tore from left to right, top to bottom. My bowel burst. Viscera splayed and splattered. I felt no pain, only joy from the miracle occurring. It lurched onto my torso. I peered upward and beheld my child, the dripping image of its father. I stared with 2 eyes, it with 3. It pushed forth, mucus dripping in my cavity. I leaned forth and pressed my face to its. Its skin was like moist leather, suited for both survival and affection. My last thought as I died, together, mother and child. Its father I last saw as a corpse, on its side, dried, desiccated near the site of the incident, caked in sand. Likely others tread these wastes. Likely others like me could arrive and share my joy.